Hello again, friends. This is Dan once again with another Bible topic. Today I'd like to talk about rightly dividing the Word of God, which is very important. We're encouraged to read and study the whole counsel of God. It helps us to avoid misconceptions, one-verse theologies. We get to compare verses and maybe get the real meaning when we do this comparison, and we get concepts that might get lost in translation. For example, the Sabbath was to be kept holy, and rightly so. Um, However, men came along with explanations and hundreds of extra rules and to follow that made it seem ridiculous. Jesus corrected their error by saying the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. We also learned that David actually violated the Sabbath law by eating the showbread that it was not lawful for him to eat. Uh, but what we see here is that with human need, what the law will not allow, grace will allow. Jews were also not allowed to marry foreigners, and yet in Jericho, Rahab the harlot married a Jewish man, Salmon, after she had helped hide the two spies and after the fall of Jericho. Later, they had a son named Boaz who married a Moabite woman named Ruth. What we see in these and many other examples, again, is what the law would not allow, grace can allow it. God's grace through faith allows us to be accounted worthy of heaven when the keeping of the law would not. We're saved by grace through faith. And even the faith is not of ourselves. It's a gift of God. Sometimes, as I shared before, it's a matter of distinguishing between a principle and a promise. Hebrews 9:27, it is appointed unto man once to die and after that the judgment. That's a refutation of reincarnation. But, some people have died twice, such as Lazarus. So really what it's saying is, as a general rule, men are born once and they die once. That's the general rule. But in certain cases, they may die twice, or like in the case of Enoch, and then in the case of the rapture, some people will not die at all. When you read the Bible through, you see these things, and it's not a problem. We see principles in the Bible, but we can observe what they meant in context through the historical books, like, for example, the book of Acts. How did they play out in real life? Observe the context and who said what. For example, does God heal today? Yes. But are all healed? Well, no. Another thing, you got to know who's saying what. I mean, Satan told Eve, you will not surely die. She and Adam did die spiritually in the day that they ate. And then again, if a day is as 1,000 years, then actually they died physically in the day that they ate because they didn't live to be 1,000. Hebrew itself is a self-parsing language, so there are no spaces between the letters in the original. Now, the late Chuck Missler, my favorite Bible teacher, liked to humorously point out that we need to read using correct grammar also. Otherwise, like for example, 1 Thessalonians 4:13, instead of the correct, I would not have you ignorant, brethren, would come out as, I would not have you ignorant, brethren. And also from Psalm 78, Chuck Smith pointed out that you would get, they were butt flesh. So it's important to do it correctly. Sorry about that. Links are below, and may God richly bless you.